What is up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Breakdown, and we're looking at ESPN.com. So we're gonna go into the title of this video. Of course, is who is Manny Pacquiao gonna fight next? And before we get into before we dig into this website, if it's not Floyd Mayweather, who do we think Manny Pacquiao will fight next? Now let's get something straight. Everybody is saying, Floyd Mayweather should. Everybody is saying that Floyd Mayweather should make the fight, and I couldn't agree more with you guys. I mean, I think that it's about time that we see this fight. I mean, it'd be a travesty if two of the best guys in the same era do not get down and make this fight happen. But people are more so calling out Floyd. But one thing that we have to remember is that okay, let's take this scenario. Okay, now we know that Floyd usually fights in the months of May and September. He's done it that way for the last I don't know. He's done it that way for the last 5 or 6 years. I mean, Floyd has fought in the months of May and September, and Pacquiao has fought in the months of either March or April, or November or December. Those are the months that Pacquiao has fought. So, people are quick to call out Floyd for ducking and saying he doesn't really want to fight Pacquiao. But let's throw out this scenario. Okay, at the current moment in time, Pacquiao has no opponent on his schedule, and Floyd has no opponent on his schedule. So both of them are open to fight each other, okay? Okay. So if Pacquiao sticks to the schedule that he has stuck to for the last 3 or 4 years, if Pacquiao chooses an opponent other than Floyd, before Floyd chooses an opponent, then doesn't common sense say that Pacquiao's camp ducked Floyd? If Pacquiao chooses an opponent and Floyd's still sitting there with no opponent to fight when Pacquiao chooses an opponent, doesn't common sense say, well, dang, Pacquiao's camp is ducking. Now, vice versa. If Floyd chooses an opponent and Floyd and Pacquiao's still sitting there with no opponent on his list, then we'll have to say the same thing for Floyd too. But common sense will tell me that if Pacquiao sticks to his same regiment that he has stuck to the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, then Pacquiao will choose his opponent here really quickly, and have your ears open in January. If it's not Floyd Mayweather, Pacquiao will choose an opponent, and that's why I'm not necessarily. The talks have been. I mean, it's even on the headline. You guys see it. It says Mayweather says, "Give me Pacquiao on May 2nd." Okay, but like I said, the media hype has really been hyping this thing up around this fight. Ever since both of them have don't have an opponent to fight, and they're now free to fight each other. But if they don't fight each other, I guarantee you Pacquiao will choose an opponent before Floyd chooses an opponent. And to me, that will say that Pacquiao and his camp never wanted to make the fight. And if you guys ever listen to a guy named David Carroll on YouTube, he always says connect the dots. And one thing I want to connect the dots on is that Bob Arum is not. I don't believe Bob Arum is trying to make this fight because he is not trying to step in the way of Canelo and Cotto for taking May 2nd. Because if he wanted to make this fight, he would tell Cotto, because I believe Cotto's not necessarily, well, yeah, Cotto is with Bob Arum, or he's affiliated with the Bob Arum camp. Bob Arum will step in on that and tell those guys to either fight on a different day, and he's not doing that. So if you connect the dots, he's not trying to make this fight with Mayweather. So let's go into this. If Pacquiao does not fight Floyd Mayweather. Who will he fight? Now, I believe he'll fight somebody in the top 10, but who will he fight? That's the question. So let's go down to junior welterweight because we know Pacquiao's camp. He's not going to put him in the ring with anybody that's dangerous. So we see Danny Garcia there. He's not fighting Danny Garcia. And this is ESPN's rankings. He might get in the ring with a Lucas Matisse, but I don't see him getting in the ring with any one of these top 3 guys. Not getting in the ring with Lamont Peterson. He just fought Algieri. He possibly could get into the ring with Provodnikov, but Algieri just beat Provodnikov. So he's not, so PR-wise, it's not going to look good for Pacquiao to get in the ring with him. He ain't fighting Adrian Broner. He could fight a guy like Vargas. You know, I could see him getting into the ring with a guy like Vargas. Victor Postol. Now that's a guy we have to consider him. I think Pacquiao would take a fight like that. I mean, the guy's 26-0. It's a weak fight, but Pacquiao might take that fight. Or what about the guy at 10th? Thomas, I don't even know how to pronounce that, Delerme or whatever. But keep an eye on this name right here, Victor Postol. If Pacquiao doesn't fight Floyd, he will take that fight. I guarantee it. You may even see Pacquiao in the ring with a guy like this, Jesse Vargas. Now, both of those fights are weak. Now, let's go up to welterweight. Who do we think Pacquiao's going to fight at welterweight? Well, there's Mayweather. Like I said, I really don't believe that Pacquiao camp's really trying to make the fight, but I mean, they say that. All right, he's not going to fight Timothy Bradley because Timothy Bradley's probably going to rematch the fight that he just had a draw with. Juan Manuel Marquez said he's not fighting Pacquiao again unless he gets a lot of money from it. He's not fighting Keith Thurman. He's not going to fight Maidana. Now, that would be a fight that I wouldn't mind seeing. Maidana versus Pacquiao. That would be a pretty decent fight, but I don't think he's going to fight Marcos Maidana. I think Maidana would knock him out. Kell Brook, he's not getting in the ring with Kell Brook again. I mean, these are dangerous guys that would have a chance to beat Pacquiao. Pacquiao's not getting in the ring with these guys. He's not going to fight Amir Khan. He wouldn't fight Sean Porter, but look who's sitting at number 10. Now, I can't criticize him for fighting Guerrero because Floyd fought Guerrero. So, you know, I mean, I guess if you criticize Floyd for fighting Guerrero, you got to criticize Pacquiao. But now Guerrero, that's somebody that I could see Pacquiao getting in the ring with and fighting. So we got Victor Postol and Robert Guerrero. So outside of that, I mean, who else is there for Pacquiao to fight? I mean, they may put him in the ring with Timothy Bradley, but Timothy Bradley just had a draw. So public relations wise, I mean, we have to connect the dots here. PR wise, that's not a good move for Pacquiao. And I believe that Marquez's last fight was against Timothy Bradley. Or no. Marquez fought. He did fight Timothy Bradley, but he fought somebody else since. But I don't think that we're not going to see that fight. I don't see Pacquiao fighting any of these guys in the top 10. He's not fighting Keith Thurman. PR-wise, it's not smart for him to fight Bradley because Bradley just came out of a draw. We got Mayweather at number 1. So we don't think he'll fight him. I mean, he could, but if he doesn't, like I said, he's not going to fight Thurman. Maidana's too dangerous. Kell Brooks is dangerous, although that, you know, these are some good names. Amir Khan, he just came out of a fight, so I don't think Amir Khan would be fighting in March or April, although he could. Sean Porter just came off of a loss to Kell Brooks, so why would Pacquiao fight somebody coming off of a loss? So, I mean, Robert Guerrero would be the guy that would make sense here. He would be the guy that would make sense. Although he hasn't, I don't believe he's fought anybody since. Well, he fought Floyd. Let's see, it says yeah, so he fought Floyd and then he fought again. But so Guerrero would be the guy that makes sense for Pacquiao to fight. Now let's go back to the junior welterweights. Who would Pacquiao fight in this division? He ain't fighting Danny Garcia. Like I said, that's too dangerous of a fight for him. I don't think he would want to fight Matisse, although we could say Matisse is a third wild card. He's not fighting Peterson. He's not going to fight Algieri again. Like I said, PR wise, I mean the fight didn't even do that great. So PR wise, it doesn't make sense. Parvatnikov, why would he fight him? Because PR wise, I mean, if we connect the dots, Algieri beat Parvatnikov. He's not going to fight Adrian Broner because, I mean, if he fights Adrian Broner, then it's like, why didn't you just fight Floyd? You know, so he's not going to fight Adrian Broner. I don't think he'd beat Adrian Broner anyways. He could, like I said, this could be a fight. So I'd say Guerrero, Jesse Vargas, and Victor Postol. He may fight somebody like a Victor Postol. I'm guaranteeing. Like, remember those names. If he does not fight, and I could be wrong, but if he doesn't fight Floyd, Victor Postol, Jesse Vargas, Matisse is a wild card, and Victor Postol, Vargas, Matisse is a wild card, and then we've got Robert Guerrero. Now let's go up to junior middleweight. I don't believe. Wow, I got Floyd ranked number 1 and 2. He ain't fighting Canelo. He ain't fighting Lara. He could fight some of these guys that we don't know about that happen to just have good records. But I don't think he's going to want to fight any of these guys. So, I mean that there you have it. And like I said, folks, if he chooses an opponent, if Pacquiao chooses an opponent before Floyd Mayweather chooses an opponent, then that should clearly, if anybody has any common sense, that should clearly say Pacquiao's camp did not want to make the fight. You negotiate until the fight is done. You don't go and pick another opponent when the guy that you claim you want to fight and the fight everybody wants to see still has an open date. So we'll see how it shakes out, but nobody's really talking about that aspect of it, you know, and that's one of the things I want y'all to, if Pacquiao chooses an opponent before Floyd chooses an opponent, does Pacquiao deserve the same criticism? Because if the shoe was on the other foot, I guarantee you guys, Floyd would get that criticism. So that's all I got, and I'm out of here. Oh, and then if Pacquiao doesn't fight Floyd, I just showed you some of the guys in the top 10. Like I said, PR-wise, not going to be good if he doesn't fight anybody that's in the top 10 of either division. If Pacquiao doesn't fight Floyd, who do you see him fighting next?